Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? If you've been watching network TV, I don't watch a ton of network TV, but this week there's been like two reality fitness shows on network TV, one on NBC and one on Fox, and they're kind of competing against one another. NBC had a premiere of the show Strong Wednesday night and Thursday night, and then Fox had the premiere of American Grit Thursday night, and I didn't see them on the nights that they were on, so I'm watching on demand. I was going to do like a review of each one in separate videos, but I decided to put them head to head in a versus video in one video to let you know which one I think is better. And I'm going to review Strong first, and I'm going to watch American Grit, and I'll do a review of that, and I'll tell you which one's better. And I don't watch that much network TV anymore. I mean, I do watch some, but not that much. Now, Strong is the executive producer is Sylvester Stalloane. So, I mean, there's something right there. You know, they have name drop a little bit. And it looked like they have like these unusual challenges and elimination tower. I keep wanting to say elimination chamber from wrestling, but it's elimination tower. It looks like someone inspired by American Ninja Warrior. I love American Ninja Warrior. That's a great show. It's on your seat, on the edge of your seat, entertainment, and you really get into the show. This show is different. It's about, I think it was 8 trainers and 8 female contestants. So I mean, in that way, the male, the trainers are male and contestants are female, so I mean you get both demographics, both men and women watching the show. And basically at the beginning they have like the trainers have like this one challenge to show the females what they can do, and they pick the females they want to work with, you know. And they all pick one. It all depends on who wins the competition order, you know. And after that they have like a power challenge, and they go through like a different obstacle. The one thing is, they have all people competing at once. Sometimes just men, or sometimes just men and the women. They can't film it right. I mean, it's not compelling. It's not interesting. They had one where they had to put these pegs on. The other people had to, and they didn't really explain it well enough. And they showed it was all jumbled, and they kept doing all these fancy camera angles. It didn't work. And then they kept cutting away people talking about their strategy and stuff like that. It wasn't interesting, wasn't compelling, and then they went to whoever won had they had like the person that was last had to go to the elimination. I keep wanting to say elimination chamber, elimination tower, and then the people who won had to pick another team, and I guess that's like a giant 4-story thing that it has all these different obstacles. And when they got to that part, they didn't do a basic run through like they did on American Ninja Warrior. So it's like, oh my God, someone has to do all this stuff. It's impossible. Basically, they just had the people go through it, and you were kind of like blind to everything they were doing until they explained it when people were challenging, and it made it less interesting. And they still couldn't film it. They had like a split screen kind of the two people competing, and it just, you just didn't care. It wasn't interesting, and all the people seemed about the same, all achieving a common goal. Everyone seemed nice. I mean, a couple of the trainers seemed like players a little bit, but there was nobody really annoying. I mean, that one guy that was picking the teams, that one that was picking the team to go in the elimination chamber, they kind of made him out to be a bad guy, but he was just doing what he was just following the rules, doing what he was supposed to do. Like I said, the people they introduce, I mean, they all have like interesting stories somewhat. I mean, but they're all kind of like one note people, and they said like it's not about becoming skinny, it's about becoming strong, because they were making a knocking on The Biggest Loser, which I don't watch. I don't watch that show. And I think it was kind of like their version of doing like a cross between Biggest Loser and American Ninja Warrior. And you just didn't care about you didn't really care. It's supposed to be contingent. You're supposed to root for someone to really win. And this one, you didn't really care for anyone to win, because in competitions weren't interested. They didn't film it well. And there's scenes like they're in this house that they stay in, a lot of confrontation seem very fake and very staged. Some of it seems genuine. There's some parts that are genuine, and some of it just seems really fake, especially in the first episode. And the guy said, "That's bullcrap," like that, and then this one guy like, look at him like, "Oh man, that was fake as hell." I mean, and on demand it was on like for an hour Wednesday, an hour Thursday. I watched the whole 2-hour block. They put it in one episode to get on demand. It's just all in all, it's kind of boring. The second episode got a little bit better, and I don't know. I won't be watching the show again. I'm really disappointed. I thought, Sylvester Stallone has done some action film and stuff like that. If he's the executive producer, I was surprised he didn't try to film it and make it more interesting what it was. At least make it exciting. Because they had like, I know American Ninja Warrior, they had, we'll see who wins when American Ninja Warrior continues or something like that. It's like, damn it, because you're on the edge of your seat and it goes to a commercial. You didn't get any of that here. You didn't really care. I mean, I stuck with it because I wanted to see what they were going to do with the show. They had some interesting ideas for like these power challenges, different things, but I mean, it just wasn't filmed that interesting. It was kind of boring. Like I said, the second episode got a little bit better, so I'd probably give it a 3.5 out of 10. That's about as generous as I can be. It's a real disappointment. I won't be watching Strong again. I mean, the people seemed okay. It's just they couldn't get it's just like that movie Rollerball, the remake of Rollerball. The game itself didn't really work. It wasn't that compelling or interesting to watch. And they have all these interesting, like, things that probably spent like $1 million to make each different obstacle or power challenge they had to do. Like, they had like this giant rolling thing. It looked like something on a slot machine. They had these grips and the guys had to climb up and they kept spinning like that. But the way they filmed it just was boring, and they kept cutting away, talking, and the guys were, and the girls were talking about strategy and stuff like that. And they kept cutting away from the action, and it just didn't work. Now, I won't be watching Strong again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and watch American Grit. And this was only on for an hour Thursday, hosted by John Cena. I'll let you know my review of that, and I'll let you know what show's better. And then I'll end it with a candy review for another one of those. I got 2 left. And then when I'm done with that, no more lollipop reviews. Because it's just what my mom got. I just wanted to throw it in for fun. But like I said, 3.5 for Strong, and very disappointed. Sylvester Stallone should know how to film action by now. Well, no, he actually does. I mean, he's done some good stuff, but this isn't one of them. I don't think this will be I think NBC will keep it for this year. I don't think it'll ever come back because it's not interesting. I think it's just boring. I don't know. I might be wrong. If you like the show, just let me know. I didn't like it. No, I thought it'd be cool. I like that idea of the elimination tower, but the way it was done is just not interesting. Real disappointment. So I'm gonna go stop the video now, and then I'm gonna go watch American Grit. I'll be back to review that, and I'll just edit the 2 videos together. So join me then. Yeah, I'm back. I got my liquid ice shirt that I got from Free Day that the company sent me. And it has liquid ice. Andrew drink in the back. I didn't know it had this little cardboard thing in it. I took it out. Now, just watched American Grit, and this show's like night and day compared to Strong. Now, before I get into the review, I forgot to mention, like, the NBC's really pushing, like, executive producer Sylvester Stallone. They mention his name all the time in commercials for it. And like I said, he does the audio introduction for the commercial, and then he does like an audio intro for the show, but he's not on the show at all. It's some girl, I can't remember her name. I've seen her before. For life of me, I can't remember. I mean, it's just like, looks about as interested as I was watching the show. She looked bored like I was, And, as much as they pushed Sylvester Stallone, I'm surprised he didn't even bother to show up to be involved in the show at least a little bit. And so they have, I forgot to mention that. Now, on the American Grit, the show on Fox that premiered Thursday night at 9 o'clock while I was watching SmackDown, and I wanted to make sure to review it. Now it's hosted by John Cena, and basically what this is there's four heroes from the military who had different jobs, sergeant or sniper, and I mean, the war heroes and stuff like that. And it was, one guy lost his arm and part of his arm and his leg and stuff like that. I couldn't imagine, And they had a group of people training and doing all these things, and then including rappelling down a bridge. Me, the hell with that. I'm afraid of heights. I was in the military, but thankfully I got out of rappelling because that scared the shit out of me, and it was really high going down that bridge. I wouldn't have done that. And then what happened to John Cena, they brought all the people back. They went through all this training, and they said that the four military heroes have to pick what four team members they want on their team. Each person has a team, and each of the trainers, the military trainers, have a team of four people. And basically what they do is they put them through like these obstacles that are familiar to Army Ranger, and Navy SEAL training. Very interesting stuff. And then whatever team loses, they have like a penalty or stuff like that. And my mistake. Whatever team wins is free from elimination. And the elimination is something called the circus. Now, the three teams that do not finish, that place second, third, and fourth, have to pick, like the person in charge has to pick a team member for each other team to go through the circus, which is like an obstacle course, and then a thing of endurance training. And whoever gives up first has to ring the bell. If you remember this movie G.I. Jane, they have to ring the bell, and they're eliminated. And they said that no one can be eliminated. John Cena can't eliminate. You have to give up. And I really got behind the show. It was very interesting. I mean, they had colorful characters. That's the word I was missing. There was no colorful characters in Strong at all. There were some real colorful characters, including a guy named Chris, a personal training, absolute. Boy, I hated his guts. And there was a guy named Cam that was a professional wrestler. That started out being like that, and then they didn't show him that much afterward. I mean, he could easily be like a character like The Miz or something like that. Him and The Miz could tag team. He'd be a good heel in pro wrestling, And he is a pro wrestler. And there was a part where this guy, Chris, disrespects his leader. And John Cena went and said that, this girl was, because of the female, this girl was doing all this stuff whenever you were still finding yourself or like getting your license or graduating high school and stuff like that. And he said you need to owe her an apology because you sleep on a bed of freedom because of her, something like that. And when John Cena's a good host, and he was asking some really good questions of people about what their thoughts are before going to the circus to get eliminated. And like I said, Roman Reigns couldn't do nothing. Roman Reigns can't even cut a promo. I mean, a lot of people hate John Cena, but John Cena's a million times better than Roman Reigns. I'm sorry, he is. But he's a great host, and I don't want to give away everything. Pretty much looked convincing. I got behind it. I rooted for some people and stuff like that, which I did not get at all from Strong. And the one thing is, what happened? Oh, one thing. What was I gonna say? No, I rooted for the people. I mean, there was nothing. You couldn't get behind anything in Strong. It just was a complete failure. But I mean, American Grit is an awesome show. I would definitely watch that again. I watched 2 episodes trying to get her Strong. Only 1 episode of American Grit, and that was far more interesting than anything for the 2 hours of the other show. So I'd probably give American Grit a 9 out of 10. It's awesome. I would definitely watch it again. It clearly beats out Strong. So it's like John Cena beats Sylvester Stallone in a way. But John Cena was a good host, and Roman Reigns couldn't host for nothing. So that's my review of what the hell, Strong versus American Grit. So I'm gonna end this with the only thing I will say, Strong beat American Grit, and one thing, the commercials. I mean, I think they did the promotion better because you pretty much got a complete gist of what Strong was about through Sylvester Stallone's description and stuff during the commercials, and they showed like that that elimination tower, and I was like, boy, I want to see that because that looks kind of cool, and then you kind of get tired of it after like 2 episodes. But I mean, the goofy things they had, and they probably spent a lot more money on that than on the more basic military items on American Grit, but American Grit was far more interesting. But I mean, like I said, I think they got the promotion for the commercials better. They beat American Grit on that, where American Grit, the commercial for that were just talking about military training and seeing who has American Grit and John Cena hosting. That's all they did. It was a little vague. I didn't know exactly what that show was about. I pretty much knew exactly what Strong was going to be about from the commercial, so I give them props for that. And that's the only time that Strong beat American Grit in anything. American Grit's a show to watch, believe me. So 9 out of 10 for American Grit. I think I gave a 3.5 out of 10 for, or a 3 out of 10 for the other show, that Strong, which wasn't very good. Now I'll do a candy review. I only got 2 of these left. Like I said, my mom left me like something for Halloween, and my sister forgot to give it to me. I don't think she gave it to me until like December, and I told my mom. She laughed because I didn't even know she got me anything. And I'm going to review 2 of the dum-dums left, suckers left. I'm going to do a review of the sour apple. I was going to do individual reviews of Strong and American Grit. I think it's more interesting to do like a versus thing. And this is sour apple from dum-dums. See, green. Give it a taste. Not bad. No, not the most pronounced flavor. It's decent. You are getting an apple, somewhat of an apple flavor now. Like I said, I'd probably give this maybe a 6.5 out of 10 for sour apple dum-dums. It's okay. But the clear winner of this little versus the fitness shows is American Grit. Far better than Strong. Strong is just blowing in the wind. I don't see Strong coming back. And during the commercial for Strong, they had an ad for American Ninja Warrior, which is starting back up again on June 1st. I can't wait to see it. So there you have my video reviews of, well, not video reviews, my TV reviews of Strong versus American Grit. The 2 fitness shows that were competing this week. American Grit clearly kicked Strong's ass. John Cena kicked Sylvester Stallone's ass, okay? So there you have it. And the can review of the sour apple dum-dums, they were okay. So until now, and the last one I have is the orange flavored ones. And I'll be done with the candy. So, like I said, until next time, bye, please take care of my legion.